Mind Gap Podcast.
Everybody, welcome to Mind Gap Podcast, and guess who's back? First of all, I'm Doug, but guess who's back?
It's me! I'm Justin! Oh, it feels so good to be back in my
cranberry
seat.
Juice.
Cranberry juice.
We missed you.
Oh my God, it feels so good to be back. First off, a huge thanks to Noah and a huge thanks to Dave. Their episodes were out of sight. Was a joy to have them sitting into my stead. So bravo to both of them.
It was a great time, and I gotta say, some of the Discord comments were very funny to me. Sal goes, by the way, and unrelated, I was too old to hit the Pokemon craze, but was watching the latest episode, and Doug's brother looks like a leveled up version. Maybe Dugganox, but his dad looks like Dugganoximus or some shit. And then Seth jumped in and was like, Douglin, Dougman, Dougmax, Duggit, Dougrio, Dougrin, Douglet, Doug Trio, Douglas with two S's, Doug, Dugode, Dougago, Doug, and then Douglas, Doug Lazard, Douglasaurus, and then Cochrane, Cocrosaur, Cochramax,
Jesus.
Cockman, Cochrane, Cockroar. So they were like thinking of all these different Pokemon names.
Man, Seth bringing the heat again, not to be outdone.
Hilarious.
That's phenomenal.
And again, if you want to participate in cool shit like that, check out the link in our description to our Discord. Be part of this. I love that sort of interaction. That made my fucking day with all that. Because people don't realize how much like my brother and I like look alike, and also we look just like our dad. So it is the genes run strong in that side of the
Which is so if you look at you and look at your dad, like Jill can be like, all right, snapshot of where everything's headed, you know?
People used to say it when we were growing up that my brother and I looked a lot alike, or that we looked just like our dad. And I didn't see it. And then once we all of a sudden lost our hair and grew beards, and I'm like, oh, there it is. And we all have glasses. I'm like, there we are. We all look exactly the same.
We are related. Wild. Fantastic. Yeah,
there it is. Yeah.
It's amazing. Wild. You reading all that from Discord. Like in the 2 weeks that I was on set, I came off. I had almost 500 emails, like 40 something unread text messages. A litany of Instagram reels that people had sent me. Thank you, Slotty. And I haven't even opened Discord. So it was amazing at like how, but I didn't miss it. Like it was such a nice respite. I was on set at like 6:37 every day, and we didn't wrap until some days we didn't wrap until like 11. And so I had no energy to check anything. And I was like, you know what? I didn't miss communication. It was kind of nice. Yeah.
You didn't miss much. You know,
it was kind of nice.
People being people, you know, which is kind of funny. So, yeah, man, we're glad you're back. You're awesome.
Good to be back.
And we missed you. But to kick things off, I have a little scenario I want to run by you. Okay. Kind of like we've been doing before. This is based on a Reddit story.
Okay.
My new favorite thing to do. But I want to set the scene. Okay. You are on, we'll call it a first date with a lady.
I've been there. Okay. Got it.
You've been there. It's happened. And you're having a good time. You're having some dinner. And the topic of previous relationships come up, you know?
Okay.
And you're just casually talking like, hey, you know, what have your past relationships are like? And you asked the girl this, and she goes, oh, yeah, my last relationship, it ended kind of rough. It was not a good, clean breakup. And you're like, oh. Well, do you feel like talking about it? She's like, yeah, I'm an open book. Basically, my boyfriend cheated on me, and really pissed me off, because I thought I really liked him. And, you know, as I sort of like connected with his family and we were breaking it off, I talked to his dad, and his dad was like, man, this guy just keeps doing this. It's like he's never going to learn his lesson. He's just constantly doing this. So I was pissed when I heard that. So I thought, you know what? I think I'm going to get back at him. I think the best way to do that is to fuck his dad. So I fucked his dad.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
And it was good.
I've seen some.
By the way,
I've seen some videos that start this way. FYI.
Yeah. And by the way, it was great. And honestly, better than he ever was, to be honest with you. And then apparently he went and told my ex-boyfriend that, hey, listen, you're always doing this, and there's only one way you're going to learn your lesson. And he basically told my ex that he had sex with me, and apparently it really hit him hard.
Jesus.
So
all right.
Yeah.
Wow.
So how about you? What do you got? What do you got going on? What happened with you?
So I got questions to start. Is Dad still married to Mom?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
As far as I know, I mean, I haven't really talked to him since then, so I'm assuming so. But
yeah, it does not seem to me that the apple falls far from the tree. Then.
Yeah, probably.
If the it's kind of ironic that the father is trying to teach his son a lesson, but in doing so is doing the exact same thing to his wife that his son did to the girl. It's just again full circle.
Hey, listen, he's an ex for a reason. You know what I'm saying? You know.
Absolutely. So, man, okay.
Can't imagine you have any other questions. I feel like I've laid it all out there, you know?
No, I think I got a pretty clear picture of how that last relationship. Here's the thing I'll tell you right now. I don't have a dad, so we're all good.
You hide the fact that you've ever had a dad. You're like,
nope, I was born dadless, which is just...
I was born without a dad. And
immaculate conception. We're all good here.
Yeah. I have a guy I consider to be like a father to me, but he's not my dad.
But he's not my real dad, no.
You're like, Mike, listen, you're going to have to pretend to kind of like be a father figure, but not be my dad because I don't want this girl to fuck you. He's like, fair enough.
He's like, hey, don't cock block me.
What's she look like? just curious. What's she look
apropos of nothing. Stop me when I get there.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
Blonde, brunette. You know, what we working at here? You know,
that's wild, man. Yeah. Like, look, there's part of it that's like turnabout fair play, sure, but again, if Dad is married, I'm like, man, this is like the whole family. It's problems top to bottom over here.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if that detail I just sort of like improvised, but I don't know if there was. If he's mom not in the picture or not, but.
Sure. If the mom is not in the picture, if the dad is either single or widowed or whatever, like if the dad's unattached at the moment, I don't know.
I'm cool with it. You know, it's totally cool. In fact, I celebrate it.
Chin chin to the dad.
Hey, let's go, pops! Way to go.
Look, there's a part of me that is like the guy already fucking like. If it's something that he keeps doing, and this girl is consenting to engage in intimate relations with the father, it's a hard lesson you got to learn, guy. But hopefully you learn after this one. I would say though, the dad, there's ways to teach a lesson, and then there's a way to completely shatter your relationship potentially with your son. It's a very, very big swing, and it could go one of two ways.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot going on there in that family dynamic that I think is pretty brutal. There's too much to unpack, and we don't have the equipment to unpack that.
No.
We don't have the tools, and I don't have the desire to unpack all that sort of shit. I'm just like, wow, okay. Cool.
I do think it's funny that before I left, what you brought to me was, I've had a 3-way with your parents. I just realized. Yeah. And then we bookend that with me coming back of, I fucked your dad.
Yeah.
I'm sensing a theme, and I'm okay with it.
I'm just saying, my favorite thing is, I was telling Justin this off mic, is that I've been writing down notes to remind myself of this, and the opening note on this is I'm looking at other things, because Jill was like, what other board games are on your board game list that I keep on my phone? I go, let me see, and I see Reddit, and it says, I fucked my ex-boyfriend's dad, and I was like, huh? Oh, right, yeah, that one. That's right, and the one after that is even better, so looking forward to giving you that one. Oh boy.
Oh man! Again, it's the weird thing though of being able to be compared to your father. Like, I just
It's
think
so
there's
funny
something
'cause, like,
psychologically weird about that to me.
I look at my parents as completely asexual.
Yes, I do too, which obviously our presence
Yeah.
here counters that, but
Right. And also just because I know my mom has weird hang-ups about sex in general because she's a strange woman.
Fair.
So, like, I mean, who knows? Who knows what went on in that bedroom? I couldn't even tell you. Probably nothing fancy. I'll tell you that much. Not that it needs to be, but it
here's
was just
the thing.
like,
Your mom never liked to cook with seasoning. I think that tells us all we need to know.
I think I tell you what, man, some of those boring ass food came out of that
Boiled,
kitchen.
bland chicken. We got you.
Oh my God. I still go back to, I made Chicago tavern style pizza over the weekend.
Yes.
I found a recipe for it. It was fucking awesome. And I made my own Italian sausage and it was amazing. And it just now made me think of how my mom would make this breakfast casserole that was essentially like eggs, breadcrumbs, cheese, and like breakfast sausage. And I used to really like it. And I would all of a sudden there'd be this big chunk of sausage. I'm like, oh boy, here comes this big chunk of flavor. And it never tasted like anything because she would just get plain sausage from a log, like one of those frozen logs, and she would never season it. So this is, again, like, to me, I was just so young. I'm like, man, this is so disappointing. I go and bite in this. It doesn't taste like anything. And then the first time I made it, I was an adult living in Chicago, and I made it. And I was like, I don't know what kind of sausage to use. So I just got some Johnsonville Italian sausage. And I was like, this tastes a million times better.
Whoa.
And it dawned on me. I'm like, wait a minute. She never seasoned this shit. She had some like old written out recipe on some card, and it'd probably be like 1/4 teaspoon of salt for the entire thing. You know what I mean? Like, just like, this tastes like, and I think back, I'm like, well, that thing tastes like shit. Yeah. Because she never seasoned it. Like,
it tasted like eggs and breadcrumbs. That's all it tasted like.
I was just to get excited. I'm like, oh boy, here comes this kid, because I didn't know any better.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, this doesn't taste like anything. So frustrating. I'm like, God, man, why are you afraid of fucking garlic powder and shit like that? You're crazy. Crazy person. Ugh. Kind of person that's like, I'm going to throw away these spices because I don't like the way they smell. I'm like, you don't like the way it smells? Are you crazy?
It's
turned. You like the smell of garlic?
Yeah, it turned.
Rosemary? Thyme? Nothing? It's the same person that threw away my dad's Meatloaf cassette tape. Bad out of hell. Because she didn't like the way it sounded, so she threw it away.
I mean, look, Doug, if you're trying to make a case for people to support you, I think you've already made it. We're all there. We're all on your side.
All I'm saying is that like, I will never be her. And anyone who wants to fuck her, go ahead. Go for it. I don't care.
So I'm sorry. That's what we're getting at. That's the point of this, is if you want to fuck my mom, go ahead. If
someone's like, hey, I fucked your mom, I'd be like, that's on you, man. You're going to have to, at the end of days, you're going to have to square that ledger with whoever's at the other end of that tunnel, dude, because that's not on me. That's on you. So more power to you, I guess. Yeah. I don't know, man.
Cool.
Awesome. Good for you.
Did she cook for you afterwards? Because that's a twofer right there.
Because I'm sorry.
That's a twofer.
You want some vanilla with a little bit extra vanilla? Because there you go. A little bit of white bread with it.
Right. You want some boiled chicken with some boiled chicken?
Boiled chicken with some plain white bread. Not even Wonder Bread,
Yeah. It's the
because it's been in the fridge, so it's dried out. With some skim milk. All things that exist in my parents' fridge right now.
Yes.
Yeah. Awesome. Good stuff. So real quick, another quick story too. For what it's worth, my birthday's coming up, and
yes, it is.
We have a little dry erase board, and Jill wrote Doug's birthday on the board, and then as I was walking by earlier today, I says Doug's barf day, and I laughed because I looked at Jill. I go, "You didn't change this, did you?" She goes, "Change it to what?" I go, "It says barf day." She goes, "I didn't write that." I go, I know it said birthday. It says barf day right now, and this is some good lettering. And
someone deserves some brownie points there.
I immediately started laughing because I was like, my daughter did this. And this makes me so happy because this is kind of shit that I do around the house where I will just change little things here and there. And I walked into the other room and she was with her friend. And I go, hey, that was really funny. Really, really funny. She goes, what do you mean? I go, my barf day? She goes, I was like, I'm proud of you.
Not only did you make the joke, but your handwriting is getting fantastic.
I was like, that is just chef's kiss, no notes. And you did it, and you just let it sit, and you waited.
And that's
for
the thing.
someone
She
to
didn't
notice.
go, "Hey, Dad, did you look at the calendar for anything?" Like she just,
nope.
It's the
She
slow
let it
burn,
sit.
and yeah.
I was like, you're learning.
Yes.
God bless you. You're learning.
Oh, I
and
love
I'm
it.
proud of you.
That makes me so happy to hear that. I love that.
Yeah. There's times where she locks in with that stuff, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh yeah. I've won.
You did. Yeah, absolutely.
I've won as a dad,
Like
and I'm
hard
here
stop.
for it.
Yeah, no notes for that child. She is she's coming along quite nicely, Douglas.
So fucking funny.
Yeah.
So goddamn funny, and I'm here for it. All right. So let's talk about the meat and potatoes of today,
All right.
of today's episode, which is the first time a piece of media made us feel dumb in a good way.
I'm not gonna lie.
So-
when you first sent this over, I was like, "What are we doing?" And then
You're
it
like,
became clear.
I don't feel dumb about anything.
I'm the smartest man alive. So don't
I've
ever
never felt
question me
stupid
again.
in my life.
Yeah.
So
Not once.
so I have nothing to contribute here, Doug. This will be you talking about how dumb you are the whole episode. You fucking moron.
and I'm here for it, idiot.
Yeah, you dipshit. So basically, this is like, this isn't necessarily about feeling stupid. It's about when you've consumed some sort of media, whether it's like a movie, TV show, or video game, and you're like, that was really fun. And then later on, either you went back to watch it or play it again, and you were like, hang on a second. I think I missed something here. I think I may have missed the greater point of this.
Right.
And you're like, whoa, okay. Or there's just some that are just like super complicated that you're like, I don't know if I'll ever get a handle on this, but more or less just like
primer.
yeah, which is put a pin in that. That's on the list. So this is kind of like elements of us just being like, yeah, I thought I got it, but I didn't, or whatever, just sort of like celebrating that sort of stuff. So the first part here is just like childhood confusion, like the things we didn't even know that we were lost on, right?
Yes.
So watching something that maybe was for adults and we thought, yeah, this is normal, or just we didn't get the jokes, the themes.
Lost the theme. Yep.
Yeah, like, and we're just like, we just didn't quite get it. And one of my favorite examples of that was in Ghostbusters, right? When Dan Aykroyd, we talked about this plenty of times, is having he's overworked. He's having a dream that a ghost gives him a blowjob. And I specifically remember that scene because like the belts, just because there's nothing there, it's just the belts coming undone, and then the pants unzip, and I'm watching his eyes cross as he's like, oh, and I'm like, no idea. I had no idea what was happening when I was a kid.
You just like, oh, it's a funny face.
Yeah, no idea.
That's
Couldn't
it.
tell you what was happening.
Right.
He's just having a dream. I'm pretty sure he was having a dream, but I had no idea that he was getting a ghost blowjob. Like, and what a wild thing to throw in that movie. You know what I mean?
Again, if you really look at it, like that's a bold choice as a filmmaker. You're like, this movie is PG, okay?
Yeah, and I also just didn't realize that I didn't really view them as like exterminators. You know what I mean? When I was a kid, I was like, oh, these guys are just like, they're shooting ghosts and things like that. But really what they were is they're like, no, we're exterminators. We're kind of like blue collar guys that are coming in and we're getting rid of the ghosts. And I was like, yeah, that totally was lost on me as a kid. I was just like, there's ghosts and they're shooting them. That's cool.
That's fun.
That's cool. Also, like, same thing with like, at some point in the movie, like Sigourney Weaver and Rick Moranis, like they bone, right? That's like the whole part of it, like the keymaster and
they're
like,
supposed to come together,
and they do, and it's like, it's like heavily implied that they have sex, and afterwards they go to the top of the building, and it's like, okay, like, okay, that's weird. That's like they got to do that.
The 80s were a wild time, man.
Hey, man,
you know.
PG-13 hadn't exist yet, so
No.
you know, like. They're like, well, this isn't R, so the only thing it can be is PG, right? Like,
this is what we have. The kids will get it. They'll think it's fun.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But it just like went right over your head. Another one, like Jurassic Park. When that movie came out, I think that came out in 93.
Yep.
So I was 10 when that movie came out. And I remember just being like, wow, look at these dinosaurs. I remember being like super scared during the Dilophosaurus like thing and just being like, whoa, dinosaurs, they're real. Look at that. They're so cool. And then I totally just didn't gather the fact that it's like, oh yeah, these people are greedy. These are greedy corporations. that are, like just like, oh, we should do this because we'll make money. Now, granted, you could argue that, what's his face who's running the park, he wants to create something, for the masses. Specifically when the lawyer's like, oh yeah, we could charge whatever we want. And he's like, no, this isn't just for the wealthy. This is for everyone. He's like, yeah, we'll have like a coupon day or something like that. Like he does want to create something. But like Malcolm says Dr. Ian Malcolm says, it's like, you did it, but you'd stop to ask if maybe you should,
Right.
You didn't stop and say like, yeah, we can do this, but should you?
Yeah.
And messing with the laws of nature, what are the consequences of that? And that was totally lost on me because I'm like, look at that T-Rex,
Oh, it was an action. It was like an action movie light for us as kids. But there was the corporate greed, the playing God, the science where you probably shouldn't be meddling, and all of that. Like it was did not get that. The scenes. It's funny because as an adult, the scenes with Newman are the ones where now I'm just like, oh yeah, like he's trying to do. At the time, those are the most boring scenes for me because I just liked. I liked the the shaving cream thing. That's the only one I was like, oh, that's fun. But everything else, I was like, oh, like he's stealing secrets and this and that. Totally missed on me. That subplot did not exist to me as a kid. Didn't really pick up on that.
Yeah, I got it, but I didn't understand like that he was disgruntled because he wasn't apparently getting paid enough,
right,
or whatever, and so he was willing to sell out for that sort of stuff and whatever. But I was like old enough to gather more of the elements of that, but it's still a lot of it was lost on me. I was just like,
well, and it's a whole ethics debate too. Like there's a giant ethics debate behind and again was aware of it, but didn't really fully grasp like what like the real like debate was that was going on. One for me is Mrs. Doubtfire. As a kid,
I still have never seen that film. I'm familiar with it. Obviously, I know there's the rafter rap in it and everything like that, but never seen it. Yeah, that movie's terrifying when you think about it.
Well, yeah, 100%. Like as a kid, you're just like, oh, this is hysterical. Robin Williams so funny, and like the voice and the this and that, and oh, it's a drive-by fruiting. Like it was just such. Like, there's all these little like goofy one-offs. But no, it's like first and foremost, it deals with the real heavy. Like I watched it recently as an adult, and I'm like, this guy is. Like completely, like he broke mentally because his children were taken away from him. Like this is a man at the bottom of the fucking barrel. It's desperate. So it's about divorce. It's about grief. It's about loss. It's about loneliness. It's about a very, very unsettling, decision on his part to basically home invasion. It was like. Or identity theft, whatever you want to call it. It was like I'm like, yeah, there's a lot of layers to this movie that when you look at it, look at it through, exactly. You look at it through adult eyes, you're like, oh, he should probably be in jail. That's not cool. Yeah, not good.
Yeah. There's definitely a whole bunch of those movies when you're growing up where you're like, oh yeah, no, this makes sense because this is the hero and we want to root for that hero. And I literally was thinking about this the other day. Have you ever seen the film John Q, starring Denzel Washington?
Love that movie. Yes, I still love that movie.
I remember watching that movie, and spoiler alert for this film, like the whole point is that Denzel Washington's son like needs a heart transplant, but he doesn't have the money and the insurance won't cover it. So he basically like holds the hospital hostage so that his son can get a heart transplant. Right. And at the end of the film, everything works out except that we see Denzel Washington's character like getting convicted in a court of law for all of the basically acts of terrorism he did to make this happen. And I remember being like, man, that kind of sucks. And this was in college. And I had a college friend go, well, yeah, I mean, he held the hospital hostage. Yeah. Like he had guns and stuff. Like you can't do that. I was like, but his son needs the heart transplant. He's like, yeah, but you can't do that, man. There's still consequences. Like
I'll say kudos to the filmmakers for actually putting that in there and being like, no, this is the realistic, like you would get sentenced at the end of this.
Honestly, it makes it more powerful because the guy was like, obviously I was willing to do that so my son could live. Yeah. It made it more powerful.
He wasn't fighting. He was like, yeah, like I'm, I
did it.
Yeah, exactly. I did do this. I'm not denying it. Yeah. I'm owning up to it.
Yeah. One last one I want to talk about. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? I loved that film. I think I was in second grade when that movie came out. I was like, this movie is so cool. Look at all these cartoons mixing with real people and yada, yada, yada. I watched that like relatively recently with Natalie. I'm like, this is some like pretty serious shit in this film. This is like someone got murdered.
Yeah.
You got people playing patty cake with Jessica Rabbit, and it sounds like sex.
Yep.
At some point, one of the weasels reaches down her dress, like to feel her tits, and he gets
Yeah.
a booby trap. And they're like, ha, ha, it's a booby trap. You're like,
Booby
what
trap.
the fuck? You got like people getting hard-ons for like these cartoon characters. Like it's like a straight noir thing where this guy's like, yeah, my brother got killed by a tune and I hate tunes. The dip situation where the little shoe gets dipped. Like there's some wild shit in that movie. And that's a Disney movie, you know?
It's been a long time since I've seen that, but like I do remember I like liking it, but also like being very trepidatious about when I was younger because I was like, this is intense.
I didn't
Christopher
get
Lloyd's
goddamn
character
thing.
terrified me when I was younger.
Oh yeah, that guy's insane. But I was like, I didn't understand anything that was going on in that film. I was like, ha, look at all this cool stuff. And I watched it with Natalie. I'm like, holy shit. What? We knew better by this point, didn't we? Like, this is crazy. Like, I mean, I know, like, also, like, cinematically, they did incredible things to make it all, you know, look like the cartoons at the time were interacting with people and stuff like that. It was really impressive, but I'm like, this ain't a kid's film, you know?
No. From a technical standpoint, amazing, but it was definitely marketed.
Super cool.
Is another
Bob
one
Hoskins,
of those,
incredible, you know?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
insane.
Another one of those that the rating probably should have been maybe reassessed, if you will.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought we had PG-13 by then, but they're like, it's a Disney movie.
Wait, was it? I say that. Was it PG?
It had to have been PG. It had to have
Who
been.
Framed
like,
Roger Rabbit rating. Let's see, what was it rated here? Yep, PG. There you go.
I was like, what year did that come out?
Oh, it was actually
like,
88.
88. Okay. We're towards the end of the 80s. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know when PG-13 came out, but I feel like Gremlins was already out by then, and Indiana Jones and Temple of Doom was already out by then. And
84 is when PG-13.
It's wild to me. But but you know what? They wanted it PG because they knew it would get a wider audience.
That's exactly it. Yeah. We had not accepted R like we have now.
So wild to think that they're like, no, this is cool for PG. Anyway.
Yeah.
So now in our next sort of section, we've got sort of like the teen years, the area of fake understanding stuff. And I think the big one for me on that one was Fight Club.
Yeah.
Because I remember watching Fight Club when I was in high school. I was like, this movie rules. Like, this is a cool movie. I love the way that I love the vibe of it. I love the look of it. The acting was crazy. The twist in it was awesome and everything. But I didn't get at all the societal sort of stuff.
Yeah.
The commentary about capitalism and like what it means to be
anger
like
and
the idea of like the line of like, once you hit rock bottom, you're free to do anything, you know, like once you have nothing, you're free. And I was like, I don't know what that means. Like, I don't get it. You know,
as
there's
an
that
adult,
whole,
we've gotten more tastes of that. Yeah.
Yeah. There's that whole like, you know, scene where, Brad Pitt puts lye on Edward Norton's hand and he's like having this whole thing. He's like, this is an important moment. He's like, you're not even listening. You're focused on the pain. He's like, don't focus on the pain. He's basically like, ask him all these things. He's like, what does that mean? He goes, God doesn't like you. Like this, he's having this huge, just like existential moment that I was just like, this is a wild thing. I don't know why this is happening at all. It's like, why'd they blow up the credit card company buildings? I don't understand. Like, it's like,
and now you're like, actually, yeah, let's do that.
Yeah. It was like,
I get the motivation as an adult.
Right. And I was like, I understand it's still crazy and extreme, but that's one of those movies I think that was widely misunderstood.
Yes.
As for what it was of like, oh yeah, this is about masculinity and fighting. It's like, no, it's about dealing with a culture where you feel like you've been left behind or overlooked, or you don't have a place in it because you're considered less than.
Yes.
Because other people have more than you. So instead, let's jerk off into some soup and, put porn, one frame of porn into kids' movies to get back. Because a part of me, I'm like, that's their way of fucking with society to get back with it, because they're like, this is what we have at our disposal. We're going to use it. And I'm like, God damn, that's crazy. And I didn't get it.
American Psycho was on my list. That was one where, again, it was just like, wow, what a cool, like, edgy thriller. And you're like, man, did not see the themes of excess in the 80s and, just capitalism and greed and things, like the needing of things.
I think that's one of the most misunderstood books and films, because I remember reading the book and just being like, what the hell? I read it all. I'm like, what did I read?
Yeah.
And I didn't fully grasp the idea that, like, this is an unreliable narrator.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. Yep.
Because it's like the first like third of the book is just pretty mundane. I'd say first quarter. And it's just like, I'm like, what is happening? And then it starts getting wild. And there's like a whole chapter that's just like one string of consciousness where he's describing how he has like a body in his tub. And like, and it's just like, it's like it starts in mid sentence and then ends in mid sentence. And you're like, what the fuck was that? And you just realize like, I needed help for someone to explain to me like, yeah, dude, it's an unreliable narrator.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm like, he said he killed this guy, and then this guy said he's not dead. I'm like, what happened? It's like, yeah, because he's crazy. He's psycho. Like he doesn't know he doesn't know what reality is.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, right, got it. It's like, yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, yeah. I got that. Yeah, of course. It's called American Psycho.
Yeah, no, I'm cool.
Yeah. The Matrix is another one that obviously you're like, oh, this is fucking rad. You know, look at this cool shit. You know, look at these people in these cool leather outfits and they got guns and they're like kind of floating in the air and they're just punching and fighting each other. But the idea of control, you know, the idea of like where you fit in the system.
Right.
Because they always talk about, because I'm a big fan of like, you know, the idea of like, I don't believe in fate. I don't believe in that we're predestined on a path and that is what it is. And you're going to do it because that's what something or someone has already decided for you. Yeah. I'm like Neo in that regard where I'm like, I don't believe in that because that takes away my ability to have any sort of say over my life.
Right.
And it's more like one of those things. Like, I guess you could probably say it's more akin to like believing in religion, because if for some people, the absence of religion is pure chaos and that's terrifying.
Yeah.
A terrifying thought to be like, oh, so none of this matters. Like, there's no rule of law.
Yeah. Do you, so in that kind of a quick side tangent, like, do you find yourself less drawn to the chosen one storylines? Like if a story has a chosen one and that whole theme, like is that less interesting because you don't like the concept?
It bothers me because it seems like there's plot armor on that person all of a sudden because like, well, they're the chosen one. So
yeah.
But I mean, there's ways you can play with that where maybe they're not really the chosen one. So when they get a bullet to the face, you're like, what? You know, like, but in general, like, you know, your Harry Potters and things like that, where like, you know, he's whatever because A, he's the hero, and B, it's like, it's the prophecy. I'm always like, that one of my favorite lines from the Lego movie is at the very beginning where Morgan Freeman's character is like, wait, there's a prophecy. And Will Ferrell's character goes, oh, good. Of course, there's a prophecy. Oh, here we go. Like, he's just like,
he calls it out.
He's like, oh, of course. Now there's a prophecy. Like,
yeah.
But yeah, like personally, I don't like the idea of like some entity that's beyond me has been like, this is the path Doug will walk on for the rest of his life. I'm like, well, then why am I living this? Why am I doing this?
Yeah.
Because some people like to surrender that. They're like, hey, it's out of my hands. I'll go where the path takes me. And I'm like, well, what if I don't want to go down that path? Yeah. I'm like, well, it's already been decided. Where I'm like, I fuck that. I'm not going to buy into that, because then that also means I can make the excuse of like, well, I'm on a path. I didn't choose it.
Right.
God has a plan. I hate that shit, man. Because it just explains away everything.
That's the thing. If something goes bad, well, we're not made to understand his plan. Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like, no, I will own my actions in my life, my mistakes, failures, my successes. I will own that. So
you like, believe more in coincidence than fate. Like you're a coincidence person.
Yeah.
Like if something happens, it's like, oh, that was meant to happen. You're just like, no, it's just kind of weird that it happened at the same time.
I mean, it's easy to say because sometimes it's like, wow, that really was kind of wild. You know?
That, like very fortuitous or whatever.
Well, it's like an example, like a lot of it's like, you know, you're in Disney World and you happen to cross paths with someone that you know. That's happened to me multiple times where I'm like, wait, what the fuck? What are the odds that we're both down here right now at this time at this place and we see each other like, hey, what's up? You know, like that kind of shit is kind of like, oh, wow. But to be like, I didn't get the job. You know, I guess it just wasn't meant to be. I'm like, no, I don't believe that.
I didn't get this because this other job was the one that I meant to get.
Right. And I also look back on that. Like I can look back on stuff and be like, yeah, I probably shouldn't have gotten that job because I would have been miserable. I wanted that job. But that doesn't mean
Yeah.
That it was like, he's not ready for it. Let's steer him down a more difficult path to prepare him for what he really. No, it's just like, nah, man, I wasn't fit for that job.
Yeah.
I wasn't. I would have been good at it. So
I dig that.
It is what
I dig
it is.
that. Yeah.
So yeah, fuck fate. That's all I'm saying. But the Matrix was very much like, control.
Yeah.
is a big part of that. Like, and your ability of like existing in what's real versus what's not, right? Because the Matrix can be, at one point Cypher's like, I want to be put back in. I don't want to remember any of this. I want to be something famous, like an actor, like
he chooses to live the facade.
Right, exactly. And to me, that's also something of like, do you want, which unfortunately a lot of these fucking incel dipshits were like, yeah, man, I'm red pilled. Unfortunately, people took again the wrong message from this fucking movie.
Yeah.
And to look at that, but I think there is an element of what do you choose? And I feel like I'm seeing that now too, is like what matters to me in life. Like my job doesn't define me.
No,
it doesn't define who I am. I see people who are like, that's all that matters to them is their job, their role, their pay, and I'm like, cool, I guess, but at some point that ends. So. It's not where I want to put my stock in things.
Those are the status seekers. Like those are the people who, in my mind, I look at those as like it's a group of people, very Patrick Bateman-y, where it's all status seeking. It's all like, what's the title? What's the this? What's the this? I need to outdo, keeping up with the Joneses. If I need to outdo my neighbor, I need to be the best. Well, do I drive a better car than that? Or it's you get so caught up in that shit, and that can consume you. And it's in my mind, for me, it's just not healthy. Like you said, it's a matter of taking stock in what you want and being in control of your own destiny, if you will. Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the next section.
Okay.
We got your early adulthood. These are the things where the first one on here, we'll just get right to it.
Top one, man. Yep.
Top one, Office Space.
Yes, sir.
Where completely was like, oh, look at this. This is fun.
Yes,
look at these fun people. Hey, that song's cool. Damn, it feels good to be a gangster. These guys, they're just like, what do they actually do? What's a TPS report? I don't know. Bunch of silly shenanigans are referencing Superman 3. This seems like fun. Seems like a fun thing. They take the printer out to the field and they beat it with bats.
Yep.
That's cool.
I loved this movie when I was in high school, and now this movie is painful to watch. I still love it, but I watch it and I'm like, ouch.
It hits differently now because I think I said this after my most recent rewatch. I go, it feels way more real now because I'm like, not much has changed.
Yeah.
Not much has changed. Like a lot of that stuff, you're like, oh, look at this 90s sort of stuff. And you're like, no, the elements are still there.
It's all there. Yep.
Bloated middle managers that are just unqualified to exist, but they're making people's lives miserable and they're trying to justify their existence. And people are getting laid off, just because they're trying to make the stock price go high and all that sort of shit. And you're just like, you have the 7 different managers who are like, hey, did you know when you make a mistake, you hear from 7 different people about the same thing because everything is so inefficient and stupid. And you're just like,
yeah, you've got, or in some of our worlds, senior directors that aren't, qualified to do fuck all. But yes, it gets real.
If there's one thing, if there's any younger people out there who are still early on in their careers, let me tell you something that took me forever to learn.
Sit around the fire. Grandpa Doug has a story for you.
All the people that are managers or leaders or hell, even the CEOs, most of them, they're just people. Some of them are aliens, but most of them are just people, and their titles don't give them any sort of power. Like they don't know any more than you because they're a manager. They're just a guy or a lady or a non-binary person. They're just a human. Yep. So I was always like, well, they're managers, so they got to know what they're doing. That's not true. Some of them know what they're doing,
yes,
but a lot of them don't. So
and also like this whole concept of they have like authority over you in the hierarchical structure of the company. Sure, like that you report to them, but for a long time, like if someone was like a manager, I was genuinely like kind of like my whole body was like had like a subservient reaction to them, and I'm like, no, dude, like we're about the same age now, and go fuck yourself. If we were on the street, you'd just be some dude, and they're not better than you. They're just not. It's hard.
And odds are, if they're a manager, they're probably bad at it because most managers are bad. They are. Yeah. They're not very good. It's a very specific skill set that a lot of people don't have, and they don't hone, and they just get put in that position because they think that's the next logical step in their career and it pays more, but they don't understand that it actually is a skill to manage people. It's not just be like, hey, I'm really good at my job. Cool. Do you want to manage people? You're like, yeah. That's not the same thing. It's very different. So don't fall prey to a title.
Yes.
Or someone, just because someone has a lot of money doesn't necessarily mean they know more than you. Okay.
Bingo.
That's also something to keep in mind. I used to be like, well, they have a lot more money, so obviously they know what they're doing.
They're smart. Nope.
Not necessarily. They could have been given that money. They could have cheated people out of that to get that money.
Lucky. Yeah.
They could have gotten lucky. There's a lot of things. Don't let that hold it over you. So yeah. Office Space hits different.
There you go. And one that I had on my list was The Incredibles.
Interesting. Tell me more about that.
Midlife crisis disguised as a Pixar superhero movie.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, no, I get that, right? You're reliving the glory days.
Right.
You know,
like
you want to do this thing. Oh, yeah, that's so sad.
Yeah, if you look at it through the eyes of an adult, you're just like, oh, man, Mr. Incredible.
This guy, he was like doing all this cool stuff, and then he's stuck in this fucking insurance job.
Yeah.
Where he doesn't, what really gets me is he doesn't fit anywhere. I'm like, God, I get that. Jesus.
You can feel that pain. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
The guy doesn't have purpose. His purpose was taken away from him. You know?
Exactly.
And he's just sitting there trying to struggle. And the thing is, like, you know, I do agree with, you know, Mrs. Incredible in that, like, she's like, no, like, what matters is your family. But, you know, for him, he's like, I have these powers and I'm not allowed to use them. You know, it's the same thing as kids are dealing with, especially Dash. Dash is like, I'm not allowed to go do my best because the world won't accept me. You know, it's got Man of Steel vibes, you know?
Yeah. I got to tamp myself down to fit in with everyone else instead of fucking shining. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So instead, I'm going to put tacks in my teacher's chair so he sits on them.
That's right. Because fuck teachers. Let me tell you something about teachers, kids. Okay. If there's kids out there, doesn't mean they know more than you.
They do.
I mean, they do, but still put tacks in their chair. Anyway, what else you got on there, Doug? What other movies?
Yeah, I mentioned this one recently, but The Prestige. The first time I saw it, I was like, that movie's awesome, and it is. But I totally was like, I missed I thought that Christian Bale's character got duplicated in one of Tesla's machines, and I was like, being like, that timeline doesn't add up.
Yeah,
the machine didn't get made until way later in the movie. How did he get a double? And it's like, he literally says, I have a twin. That is the big reveal. Didn't hear that part, apparently. Him saying, he's my twin brother, and we both lived half a life.
Right.
And I was just like, but I'm just like, he duplicated himself, and then he just had the one, and then they worked it out. Yeah. It's like, no, it's his twin brother, and they've hid that fact from everybody for their whole lives. And I'm like, derp.
Yeah.
Derp. And also, like, yeah, what I love about that is that's a very classic Christopher Nolan thing, is that, like, everything is there, and going back and rewatching is really fun to do because, like,
he gave us all the breadcrumbs we could have gotten there before he got us there, but
the movie goes in 3 acts, just like the 3-act part of A Magician's Trick.
Yeah.
And he does it. He frames it the same way. And when you look at it through that lens, I'm like, that's fucking cool, man.
Yeah.
That's dope.
It is pretty badass filmmaking.
Yeah. The last one I'll put in here for this one is we brought Primer. It's you know, do you understand time travel, but do you want to try and understand it from an engineer's perspective? Because that's what that movie is. They're like explaining how they do everything, and you're like, what? Huh?
I'm
still is confusing as fuck.
I'm still waiting for it to hit some streaming service. I do not want to rent it. I want it to hit a service that I have.
Yeah, man. That is a movie where I just remember squinting at the TV and then just being like, all right, I made it as far as I could. Now I truly don't understand what they're saying anymore because they don't hold your hand at all. They just go and you're like, huh? What? Okay.
Yeah.
Another quick one I'll throw in there is Donnie Darko. That was a movie that, like, I didn't see till much later because the cover art of the DVD looked stupid to me. And a buddy of mine was like, "Oh, dude, you got to watch it." I'm like, "I'm not watching this. This looks dumb. This looks like a dumb horror movie." He's like, "No, it's really good. I promise." I'm like, "I don't want to fucking watch it." And I finally did. I'm like, "This movie's awesome. I don't get it, but it's awesome."
Right.
I don't fully understand it. And like, there's a whole explainer on the internet that tries to walk you through how it works and everything like that. It's a cool ass movie, and I highly recommend it. But I was like, I don't fucking get this movie.
Yeah.
real quick, let's talk about some games that sort of like, you feel like you got it. It's simple, whatever, but there's more to it than what you really thought.
This is going to be one where you got to teach me, buddy.
Oh, well, you've played Portal.
I have. Yes, that's true. I have.
I mean, you play that game, you're like, oh, look at this. I've got this gun. It shoots a portal here, shoots a portal there. I walk on through and it's cool. But it's like, hey, the world is broken and it's run by a machine named GLaDOS.
Yeah.
And there's this old facility that exists and you're just trying to survive. You can't speak. You're just a lady who's going through all these different things and you're like, this is fun. And then you look back, you're like, wait a minute. It's pretty dark. It's a lot darker than there's a dark setting going on here.
When she gets out, isn't the world like scorched or something like that?
Yeah. Scorched Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're like, cool.
Probably
what a fun game.
Facility. I wish I could play that. I so wish I could play that one again, man. I missed that one. I missed that one so much. So much.
Natalie's probably ready. I mean, she and I have played a little bit of Portal 2 together. We've done sort of like the teamwork stuff. I'd love for her just to play the game regularly. There's another one called, I mentioned this with Seth. It's called Braid. It's a platformer. And it's a puzzle game, but it actually has like very deep themes about
like
it.
Braid, like braid your hair, braid like
yes,
yeah, okay,
yeah, and it's like you got a very unique gameplay in that as you play, like if you sort of fail, you can just like reverse time. That's kind of like the whole conceit of the game, because actually that's a tool that you use in the game to solve some of the puzzles to be able to reverse time. But the game has a lot of themes about nuclear war.
Oh my, okay.
And the final level, you are jumping through like all this sort of stuff, like because you see this, you're trying to beat this knight to save a princess, and you get all the way through, and you get there, but then to beat the level, you have to reverse it. And when you reverse it, you realize that the knight is trying to stop you from getting to the princess because you are the bad guy.
Oh man,
when you play the level in reverse, twist. You're like, whoa, oh, I'm the bad guy. Oops.
That's a great twist, man. That's very cool.
I was like, damn, this game don't play.
Yeah.
Okay.
Holy cow.
Okay.
I like that a lot. That's very cool.
It's a great game. I need to go back and replay. I played it one time. I haven't played it in over a decade. It'd be fun to go back and play that again. And then one game that was actually recommended to me by Eric, who was on the podcast a couple weeks ago, Outer Wilds. He's like, you got to check out this game, and I streamed it a while back. And essentially, it's you just are playing as this character. You're exploring the planet and things like that. And after a certain amount of time, the sun explodes by your planet and the game ends, and then you restart. And your character is aware of that, but no one else is. And the whole point of the game is to go and explore and be curious and find different things. And you find different things, and you have a certain amount of time to do it before essentially the world. And the first time it happened to me, I was just sitting there being like, all of a sudden everything started rumbling. I'm like, what's that? I'm like looking out into space in a telescope, and like I'm on like some sort of like lunar thing or whatever. And all of a sudden it's just the screen starts getting brighter and brighter and brighter. I'm like, what is this? Oh my God. It's just like everything just died. And I was like, and then you start over. I'm like, what just happened?
So there's no like saving anything. There's no undoing it. Like it's going to happen, like, and you just have to explore.
It's part of the game.
Okay.
And and your character again wakes up and be like, what just happened? Everyone's like, what do you mean what just happened? And so it's like, it's part of the game where you're going and you're trying to figure out what is going on, but you have a certain time limit. And it's very unique and I never finished it, but I thought that was a very unique way of being like, hey man, this is more than just, a regular game or a first person shooter or whatever. It's like, no, be curious, go explore shit and see what you can find and see what you can figure out what's going on.
Props to the developers on that one, because that's again like it's so easy to make another first person shooter or another just like general puzzle game or whatever, but like that's one with a real unique. It's the way I think about some films. I'm like, that's one with a real unique plot. Like that game has a real unique mechanism to it. So kudos to them for that. Outer Wilds.
Yeah. Well, I want to make sure I get to some listener submissions here. There's not a ton, but I wanted to get into it. I asked folks what kind of media first made you realize you didn't understand everything and made you love it anyway. And really what we got was Seth goes, are we talking like it all clicked? Like suddenly I could understand the greater vastness of my existence, or like I finally got what this artist author was going for? I said either or. He never responded. But Sal said, why isn't music an option? Early 90s music, a lot of music in general, though, hits so different once you've been through life. And I was oh, that is so true.
Absolutely.
I watched a quick snippet of like Everybody Wants to Rule the World.
Sure.
You know, that song.
Yeah.
And it was like they played the lyrics, like the words on the screen. I'm like, oh, shit, this is like heavy. Like this is, I think when the singer wrote it, he was like 16. And it was the perspective that essentially like, the world's keeping you down, man. You got to go where you're supposed to go and whatever, and everyone wants to rule the world. I was like, fuck me. I didn't realize that's what this song was about.
That's awesome.
You know?
Yeah.
Because it's just like the happiest sounded song and all this sort of stuff.
It's a banger
like,
of a song, but like you really get into it. That's awesome.
What was it? There was another one that was like, what is it? The future's so bright, I have to wear shades. It's like, that's like nuclear war. Like that's people are like, things aren't looking good, man.
Yeah.
It's bright because the bombs are going off. Better put on my shades. It's like, oh shit. Okay. That's dark.
Future's looking bright, not for the right reasons.
Yeah. Right. Lightning Crashes by Live. That's another like heavy song. You're like, okay.
Yeah. Shit. Yeah.
It's like, yikes. Okay. Of course, The Freshman by the Verve Pipe, we were only freshmen. That was big when I was in high school going into college.
I'm drawing a blank on that one. I'd have to go back.
That's a song. That's a song about abortion. It's like, cool.
There you go. Yeah.
All right.
Okey-dokey.
That's cool. But yeah, like, let us know what movie, TV show, game did you watch that you were like, I didn't get that, or you thought you got it, but then you went back and either rewatched it or revisited it in some way, and you're like, oh shit, I totally whiffed and didn't realize what that was. And now, you're feeling better about it because it was such a wild thing. We'd love to hear it. Let us know. youtube.com/mindgappodcast.
Woo-woo.
Like and subscribe while you're there. Leave us a comment or head over to the link in the description to go to our Discord channel. We'd love to hear from you there as well. Justin.
Sir.
It's great. I'm glad to have you back, man, because I've been stocking up on some audio clips from some films, and I've been itching to get these to you because I realized, like, when first time I had Noah on and I did this, he goes, hey, afterwards he goes, I don't know movies that well. I'm like, you always watch movies. He goes, yeah, but I'm half your age. And I was like, fair enough. Like,
right.
Because I was like playing a clip from Fight Club. He's like, I don't think I've seen that movie. And I was like, fuck. Okay. So this is probably not a good game. So I try to cater these to our guests that we
sure.
have.
Yeah.
Like my brother, I did a Warhammer 40K one, which was great. Probably just for the two of us, and anyone else was listening was like, all right, well, I'm done with this episode now. But it was fun for us, and that's what matters.
Tex would be the only other one that could have hung in that realm.
Yeah. He would have been like, get out of here with that bullshit. I'm like, you're right. But we're back again. I got some audio clips from films. I'm going to play them for you, and then you have to try and guess and tell me what movie they are from. One of these,
love this part.
One of these I know you haven't seen.
Okay.
But I'm still confident you're going to get it. One of these I'm pretty sure you've seen.
Okay.
Another one I don't think you've seen.
Okay.
So.
All right.
It's
going to be good.
Here we go.
It's going to be good.
Here we go. Let's start. This is and
just
couple
when
of
I
these
think
are
too, just when I think that I'm like, we have to have exhausted all quotes. You come back
I keep
up.
finding
like,
them, man.
You're like, there's way more, man. Just wait.
I keep finding them. There's so many movies out there, Justin. So many movies.
Are there? Okay.
Yeah. This is a quote that gets thrown around our house a lot. So here we go.
You know what? You may have power now, but you're not God. You're a doorman, okay? You're a doorman. 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 Doorman! So, fuck you.
I don't think I've seen this movie, but I love this quote. I love it. So, fuck you. All right. I'm trying to place the actor like that. Like if I can get her voice,
yeah,
it might help me.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Give it to me one more time. Let me hear it again.
Oh, happy to. Here we go.
You know what? You may have power now, but you're not God. You're a doorman, okay? You're a doorman, 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 doorman! So, fuck you!
Fuck you. Man, oh, man. Actually, I might have seen this movie.
This movie came out in 2007. Does that help you?
This does feel like a 2007 movie. Is that?
Oh,
Leslie Mann?
there's other language in this scene that I'm like, I can't play this on the episode. That won't go well.
Is the actor Leslie Mann?
It is Leslie Mann.
Is it Knocked
Very
Up?
good. It's Knocked Up. Nice job.
Yes.
Yeah.
Woo!
That's the scene where Catherine
Yes.
O'Neill's character is very pregnant and they're trying to get into the club. And
Yes.
What's his name? Is the bouncer, and he's like, "Yeah, you guys can't
Craig,
come in here."
Craig
She's
Robinson,
like,
right?
Yeah, she
Yeah.
starts losing her mind at
Yep.
him, and then he like has a great heart to heart with her. It's actually a really great. It's a classic Judd Apatow scene where it doesn't go where you think. Where he's like, "Hey man, I hate my job. This sucks.
Yep.
I'm only allowed to let like 2.5 black people into this club, which means." And that goes into some language that I'm not going to say about, 2 full growns and,
Yeah. But yeah.
And by the end of it, he's just like, what are you trying to do? She's pregnant. He's like, you're old as fuck. He's like, don't get me wrong. I'd hit that hard. But like, what are you doing here? You got to get out. And she's like, you're right. We shouldn't be here.
Such a
It's
guy.
some really good stuff.
Movie. Such a great movie.
That's what I love about some of the Apatow stuff is like, it's a very real moment that they figure out, which is
Apatow is so good at writing, at taking those real moments and twisting them just enough to like juice the comedy out of them. Yeah.
Because if that were a 90s, Farley Brothers thing, that would just escalate to some insane levels, which, it's fine in its own right, but, it is what it is.
Yeah. All right.
Great job. Okay. On to this next one. This is a random pull from this film, and it always makes me laugh. And I hope you'll understand why.
He touched me on the shoulder, and I was free.
You knew Marcus Aurelius?
I did not say I knew him. I said he touched me on the shoulder once.
It is such a random line that I'm always like, I don't understand the dynamic of this particular line. I don't get it. Maybe it's one of those things where I'm just an idiot and I don't get it. But it always the delivery and the reaction always throws me for a
Touched
loop.
me on the shoulder. Yes.
I didn't say I know him. I said he touched me on the shoulder once.
Which again, there's so many different ways that's funny.
Yeah.
Well, Marcus Aurelius, I have to say Gladiator, right?
You're correct.
Okay,
Absolutely
yeah. Like
correct.
that's
yes.
Cut
So
cut the name Marcus Aurelius out, and I don't think I would have gotten it.
Well, and that's the thing is like I'm leaving it in there because it's whatever. But I think part of it is that Russell Crowe's character, he was like essentially a son to Marcus Aurelius before he was killed. And so for him to like look at this guy who's basically he owns a ludus, which is basically like he owns all these gladiators and these slaves that are fighting for him. And he basically was like, he won his freedom in the games.
Right.
And he said, Marcus Aurelius touched him on the shoulder, gave him a wooden sword, and then he had his freedom. I think Russell Crowe's character is laughing because he's like, holy shit, you knew Marcus Aurelius, like of all these things. But the line of like, he's so hesitant to be like, he touched me on the shoulder and then I was free. And he's like, you knew him? Almost like, oh yeah, did he touch you? And he's like, I didn't say I knew him. I said he touched me on the shoulder once. That's just his reaction to that gets me every time because I'm like, why are you so defensive about that, man? What is the implication here that you guys fucked? Like, I don't get it. Like, it's hilarious.
It's love.
So funny. But
all right, 2 for 2.
I knew you hadn't seen that movie, but I'm like, you're gonna get.
I've seen that movie.
I feel like you told me you hadn't seen it before. Or maybe you hadn't finished it. I don't know.
I think after we had that discussion, I went and watched it. So I have seen it top to bottom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have seen it now.
Yes.
My bad. This next one I don't know if you've seen, but here we go.
A man can be an artist in anything, food, whatever. It depends on how good he is at it. Creasy's art is dead. He's about to paint his masterpiece.
It's Christopher Walken, obviously.
Oh, how could you tell? This is a line, one of the most badass lines from a badass movie.
Oh man, I'm just trying to think like what. He's been in so many movies. Give it to me one more time. Let's do it again.
Of course.
A man can be an artist in anything, food, whatever. It depends on how good he is at it. Creasy's art is dead. He's about to paint his masterpiece.
This movie came out in 2005.
Okay, so not Dick Tracy. 2005.
I'm sorry, 2004. My bad.
Oh, that changes things.
Like, oh, okay. Dick Tracy.
Oh, cool. Dick Tracy. Lawnmower Man.
Yeah.
Creasy's art is dead.
His art is death. He's about to paint his masterpiece.
Oh, wait. No. Oh, wait. Yep, wait. Nope.
This movie was directed by Tony Scott, the late Tony Scott.
Boy, howdy. This one's stumping me there, Doug.
Again, I don't know if you've seen this. I've specifically shown you this clip back when we worked at assignment desk. Because, you know. You don't remember? Wow, some friend you are. Wow, don't remember the time I showed you the clip of a movie from 2004 directed by Tony Scott?
I remember oatmeal cream pies, Doug.
Hell yeah, gross. Yeah, when you say it like that, man, that's just like, that sounds gross.
I didn't like it either.
I don't like it.
Okay, give me someone else who was in the movie.
Okay, here's a fun one. Mark Anthony. Yeah, the singer. Yeah. Okay, Mickey Rourke is in this film. Okay.
Oh, boy.
Okay. All right. Here comes a big one. Dakota Fanning is in this film.
Was this this is the remake of It's a Wonderful Life, right?
Oh boy. That's right, because in It's a Wonderful Life, he's like, Greasy's art is death.
Right.
He's about to paint his masterpiece. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Right. Clarence. Man, I don't know. I don't think
Right.
I don't think any number.
Last one.
All right.
I'm going to give you Denzel Washington.
Was it American Gangster? No.
Nope.
Portrait of a Man on Fire.
Man on Fire. Man on Fire.
Man
It's
on
Man
Fire.
on Fire.
Is it Man on Fire? I
Man
did
on
it. It's
Fire.
not Portrait. Yeah. Because he
Yeah.
said art.
Yeah.
That's what made me think Portrait. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guessed it. Point is, I
got
won.
it. You did. You did win. You were 3 for 3. No notes.
No
well
notes.
done. You have not seen that film.
I have not seen that one. No.
Highly recommend it.
Okay.
It is awesome. It's I just rewatched it like 2 weeks ago. It's so fucking good. It's so goddamn good. It's a phenomenal film, and I can't recommend it enough.
Well,
Denzel Washington's awesome, and for some reason it hit me different as a dad. I was like,
Okay.
yeah, it's cool. It was cool then. It's cool now. I fucking love it, man. Great job.
Woo!
Great job, Justin. Yes.
Great polls, man,
Justin,
as always.
what do you have to recommend this week?
So I'm going to recommend, in honor of the Oscars coming up in a couple weeks, Paul Thomas Anderson's latest One Battle After Another. If you've not seen it yet, I do believe it's on Max, maybe. It's fun fucking film, man. Fun film, top to bottom. I think Sean Penn definitely deserves supporting actor because holy
that guy killed it in that movie.
Dude, what a unlikable bastard, man! Like really,
his
really,
physicality in that film was so noticeable. Do you remember Improv C where they were teaching us like how to have some sort of physicality with a character?
Yep.
I'm like, this guy had a way that he walked.
This guy went through Improv C.
Yeah, he did. Thank you, Amy. I forget her last name that taught us that, but like he had a very specific way that he walked and like just moved, and I was like, damn.
Yep.
Oh, the thing he did with his teeth too. He's like, he's just like, Arr.
Yeah.
I'm like, oof. Yeah, he was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Very, very
So
good.
I would definitely recommend checking that out. Again, it's got a great commentary based on where we are politically right now, but also just a great movie in general. So One Battle After Another. Doug, what do you got?
I've always liked this movie, The Burbs.
Tom Hanks?
1989 with Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
So fun.
Okay.
And there's another movie that I didn't quite understand when it came out. I was like, whatever, man. What is this? I don't understand this is what it is, but I'm like, oh yeah, these are nosy neighbors who live in the suburbs. I get it now.
Who's it? Bruce Dern. Oh yeah, Carrie Fisher. That's right.
Carrie Fisher's in it. Yeah, Corey Feldman's in it. There's a lot of like it is a silly movie. It's great. It's got some horror undertones. Directed by Joe Dante. It was on sale the other day. I'm like, I bought it. I'm like, I'm gonna fucking watch this game, man. I love this movie. It's fucking so good.
I don't think I've ever seen this is another one. I haven't seen the full movie. I've seen clips from, but I probably need to sit down and watch this one.
It's great. It's really, really good. I really enjoyed it. And the characters are just really fun. They're very, very fun. So highly recommend it. I love you, bruv, and I love you all for going to youtube.com/mindgappodcast and hitting the like and subscribe button and then leaving us a comment. Help us with the algorithm. Comment on anything we've talked about so far. Did you get any of those audio clips? Did you get them right away? Did you not? Have you not seen them? Should you see them? Maybe. What do you think about the Burbs? What do you think about one battle after another? We want to know. Also, check links in the description for links to our Discord. Be part of the conversation there. You can check out links to our Patreon and links to our merch at Redbubble. And be sure to check out Justin online as well.
On Instagram at Justin_Michael, spelled Mikel. It's the fun way of spelling it. While you're in the online realm, anywhere where you can find audio podcasts, you can find us too. Go ahead and listen there. Like, subscribe, share, rate, review, all the things that we ask you to do. Sharing is the big one, though. Let someone know we exist, and we thank you ahead of time. 2east8th.com, 2east8th on all social media. Love an Improv Film, Love an Improv Film on Instagram.
Yeah, with that, I'll say, Justin, thank you.
Douglas, thank you.
Listeners, viewers, thank you. And you all have a dandy fucking week.
Mind Gap Podcast.